Hi, it's Anthony from CarPlayLife.com, and in this video I'll be checking out a new Android 10 AI box from KyeBriq. This AI box is the Briq2-Pro. It is a plug-and-play Android 10 adapter for existing factory CarPlay systems and aftermarket stereos that enables you to run Android apps such as video streaming apps such as Netflix and YouTube on your CarPlay display. In the box you get a small thank you card with a QR code on it that you can scan with your phone to access the manual installation guide. There is the dongle itself and a rather generous 5cm long USB-C to USB-A power cable and a USB-A to C adapter for more modern CarPlay USB-C ports. Looking over the dongle, it carries a similar form factor to a number of other new AI box dongles that I'll be showing you on this channel over the coming weeks. At first glance, this model looks like it only features just one USB-C port on its casing, but cleverly underneath there is a button that you slide out to open the side casing on the dongle to reveal the TF and SIM card slots for local storage and also to give the dongle an internet connection. Media can also be downloaded to the dongle's 50 gig of remaining internal storage, and the internet can also be provided by local Wi-Fi or a personal hotspot from your Android or iPhone device. Its casing is like a modified Apple Pie mini case with a new blue chrome coloured outer casing and a glossy black top with a white KyeBriq logo positioned in the centre. Underneath you have the same round metal heatsink plate and a plastic swirl grid design to help keep the Qualcomm 450 chipset inside cool. My review unit here didn't come with a button to slide out the SIM and TF cards cover slot, so if your unit ever comes like this, you can just simply push the cover out with a 3.5mm jack like I have done here, or something thin and long to poke through the hole and remove the side cover. From a cold boot on the Coral Vision CarPlay display, I timed 45 seconds before the Android 10 OS home screen icons would display, and from a hot boot I timed around 28 seconds to get to the same home screen. The home screen and general user interface mirrored most Android AI box interfaces with the same floating home button that I love to hate, and there is a usual setup of default apps pre-installed on the dongle, which includes streaming apps such as YouTube, Netflix, Disney Plus and HBO Max, and there are other pre-installed apps such as Spotify, Waze and YouTube Music. The usual Google suite of apps, including Chrome and the Google Play Store, are also here, ready to be used once you've logged into your Google account. Over in the Settings app, you can customize your experience further and set up your Bluetooth and internet connection. Unless you have a SIM card installed, both are required to breathe any form of life into this Android AI box, and you can also choose to connect the dongle to a mobile personal hotspot or connect it to a local Wi-Fi or MiFi hotspot. I tried the SIM, personal hotspot and my own home Wi-Fi connection with this AI box, and all were swift to connect first time, which you can't so easily say for some older AI boxes that I've tested. If you wish to use this AI box simultaneously alongside wireless Android Auto or wireless Apple CarPlay, you will need to install a SIM card into the AI box. Otherwise, the Wi-Fi connection to your Wi-Fi or personal hotspot will be disconnected to allow your mobile phone to wirelessly connect to Apple CarPlay or Android Auto. Once connected to the internet, I tried all the usual apps for their functionality and performance. Due to the Qualcomm 450 processor in this dongle, you can expect my usual concerns about this dongle's lack of grunt and general performance. However, the team at KyeBriq has done some software optimizations to eke out improvements on this dongle's 1.8 GHz 8-core processor over other dongles that I've tried, and it really shows. The Google Maps doesn't seem to stutter as much as it does on other AI boxes that run the same hardware, and general navigation between screens feels a little smoother. But when you get into more demanding apps and games, the QC450 CPU does still struggle, and it leaves you longing for a much faster and smoother experience that's been seen on much faster AI boxes that have released recently. But if streaming video content is the thing that you want to do most here, the Briq2-Pro achieves this in a fairly tolerable way. Apps like Netflix and YouTube perform well on this AI box, and the Android 10 UI allows for picture-in-picture modes on the home screen and over other running applications, as well as split screen mode beside other running apps. Disney Plus and HBO Max apps also come pre-installed should you have an active subscription with them. The HBO Max app doesn't really work for me in the UK, and Disney and Netflix apps can't be upgraded from the Google Play Store. Yet apps like Amazon Prime Video, BBC iPlayer and Sky Go apps can all be installed on this AI box without any issue. This AI box features built-in GPS should you wish to use it for any Android-based navigation apps, yet you will need a decent internet connection to get the best experience out of these apps on this dongle. Google Maps and Waze performs well, with less stuttering on the zoom in and panning of tiles, as I have seen on other dongles running the same hardware. If you're looking to play games on this AI box, then the QC45 CPU, 4GB of RAM, and the Adreno 506 GPU will limit what games you can play smoothly on this platform. I tried popular games like Crossy Road, Angry Birds Journey and Subway Surfer, and all these just barely performed well enough on this AI box, so I found it's best to stick with less demanding 2D games than playing complex or fast moving 3D games. That will likely struggle on this platform. If you wish to use the AI box for wireless CarPlay or Android Auto, the pre-installed Zlink app allows you to connect your mobile phone wirelessly to the AI box. This is the first time I've seen the newer 5.2.43 version come pre-installed, and in this version it brings a few nice additions, including a way to improve the sharpness of the wireless stream in high definition, and a floating Zlink option button that floats over applications for fast switching, whilst background connection and driver position toggles round up the app's more standard settings. Connection to wireless CarPlay took around 15 seconds, whilst Android Auto took a little bit less, around 10 seconds to connect, both after the initial Bluetooth pairing process. So for a bigger picture, add these times to both the initial boot up of the system and the dongle startup time, and you'll end up with around 80 seconds from cold boot into wireless CarPlay and around 70 seconds into wireless Android Auto. Once in either platform, the experience is much the same as you would expect with any other wireless adapter. However, I did notice some streaming artifacts occur with fast map movement in wireless CarPlay at times, and on my Coral Vision display, the Android Auto interface was very small and practically not that usable due to the size of icons and their hit zones when pressing them. But with that said, everything functioned as intended on both platforms, with the usual wireless audio delay traits and experiences. The Briq2-Pro AI box retails for $253 plus shipping from their website directly, and you can use my coupon code CarPlayLife to save yourself $10 off the retail price at checkout. And I put the links in the description down below to learn more about it and to buy yourself one. Overall, my time with the Briq2-Pro has been good, but when considering the faster alternatives that are out there, it isn't the best. It does tick many boxes, as most current and popular AI boxes do, with its average level of technology inside its sleek looking case. Just don't expect a zippy experience overall. KyeBriq has done a great level of optimization on the Android 10 platform, which makes this AI box good enough for video streaming and low level tasks. However, it is let down by its no frills floating button user interface, which can frustrate at times compared to a fixed side menu found on some other dongles. I did lose audio at times in the media player and in some games, which took some time to figure out. I also found times with video playback where it sometimes struggled to display my high bitrate local video files. So overall, this just shows you if you push this AI box too hard with certain demanding apps, it will bite back at you, and it may leave you wanting something that performs just a little bit better. Alright, thanks for watching, and I hope you found some value in this video. If you have, please hit that like button down below, and let me know in the comments if you have any questions about this Briq2-Pro AI box from KyeBriq. You can check out all my other Android AI box reviews up in this top left playlist window. Hit that subscribe button and bell down below to catch all my future content. I'll see you on the next one. Cheers. Bye.